You got a hand for us, Mike? Let me guess. This is at the Parks, right?
It is 2-5 Tuesday at the Parks.
2-5 Tuesday at the Parks. I mean, that is your game, right?
That's the game. Tuesday night, the
2-5
Parks.
1K cap, right?
1K cap. Yep.
Now I do have to preface this by saying that I think the recent other time that Michael called in, I thought he made a super nitty fold, and I made a thumbnail like nit. Don't be a nit. I honestly, Mike, like 80% of the people in the comments agreed with the way that you played it and disagreed with me. So take solace from that. I don't know if you read the comments, but
Yeah, I did.
yeah. But this one I'm a big fan of the way that this one does. So Parks 2-5 1K cap. Okay. Yeah.
Two limpers to me. I'm in the hijack.
Two
I had
limpers? Two
Yep,
limpers?
two limpers.
Okay.
I had ace of spades, queen of hearts.
Hero in hijack with ace of spades, queen of hearts. How deep are you guys, by the way?
I'm the effective stack with 1,000.
Okay. Easy enough. Okay.
So I make it 25.
Just 25, huh? Over two limps?
Yeah, that's about normal.
Really? Would you open a 15 or do you open a 20?
I normal to 20, but with the two limpers, I just made it 25.
Okay. Well, I mean, I just usually add $5 to limper, but okay. So you make it 25. Yep.
So then instead of 30, yeah, I mean, I could have
Whatever.
gone to 30, I guess,
It's all
but I
good.
made it 25.
Yep.
The button called
Okay.
and the two limpers called.
Button calls and the limpers call. So just classic live poker. It looks like you've got what, four ways, right? Four ways to the
Yep,
flop here.
$100 in the pot. Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Flop comes queen of diamonds,
Mm-hmm.
eight of spades,
Yep.
and the six of spades.
So queen of diamonds, eight of spades, six of spades, and Michael G. Hero has ace queen with the ace of spades too, right? With the ace of
Yes, sir.
spades. All right,
Yep.
that's pretty good. Yeah. So no one is going to be able to have the nut flush draw here. And I think what this will allow you to do, one of these things too, just even as I think forward in this hand, obviously people at this level probably play way too many suited hands, but it is true though, when you have that nut suit here like you do, not only does it sort of allow you to continue across some turns, but I think it allows you to effectively value bet more when the flushing card comes in, if it were to come in like on the river, because there's just like the big chunk of flushes that people play pre-flop that would make it on the river is ace X of that suit. And because you have the ace, they can't have it. So,
Yeah.
yep. All right. So queen 8-6, couple spades. Yep.
So it was checked to me. I thought that this is probably the best board for my hand. So I made it 35. I bet 35.
So check. Hero,
Yep.
35, just 35 into 100, huh? Okay. Using that sort
Yeah.
of small. Yeah, I mean, you got the queen and you have the ace of spades. Okay. Multi-way theory.
And button called, we lost the two limpers, so it's heads up.
So button calls next to act, fold, fold. Of course, next to act is important because obviously next to act should be much stronger here, right, Mike? With two people behind him as a call.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you probably think he has a queen a lot, right? I would
Well,
assume.
I'm putting him on a queen, and I'm even putting him on the queen of spades at that point. So I have the ace of spades. So does he have the king of spades, the jack of spades? Does he have two spades with it? That's what I'm debating, but I'm pretty sure he has at least the queen of spades.
Why can't he just have like king, queen? Or like queen,
He
jack?
Yeah, no, he could have that too. Sure.
No.
Sure.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
saying, yeah. Okay, so 170 now to the turn.
And the turn is the three of clubs.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
basically the biggest brick. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Total brick. Literally like one of the biggest bricks in the world, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So there's
170-ish.
170 in the pot.
Yep.
I bet 75. I threw out three green.
75. So less than half a pot size bet. I gotta tell you, Mike, I mean, if we think that this guy has a queen, see, here's the thing, like, obviously I'd rather have an overpair in your spot because then it would give your guy more of a chance that he has a queen. Like if you had kings or aces, it's a little bit of a better hand, not just for hand quality, but just giving him more of a shot at a queen. But I still think he's got a lot of queens. God, I would go like 140, 150 here. I think you're leaving a little bit of value here on the table.
I think you're absolutely right. I definitely screwed that up.
Yeah.
No doubt. So I could have definitely gone bigger, especially because he called. So after he called, I thought, shit.
Now, people in the live chat are saying, why can't he have pocket eights or pocket sixes? Sure, he could have those, but I mean, yes, that's six combos, but, there has to be some sort of raise frequency on the flop, at least some of the time, right? And then, I mean, if you go down the line, there's 3 queens left in the deck. So, I mean, if he's playing all the offsuit broadways, you're talking about like 12 king queens, another 12 queen jacks, another, 12 queen tens. It's just queen X, I feel like, dwarfs the amount of sets that somebody has as a flat call on flop. Let's say they raise off like half of their sets on the flop, then you only leave 3 combos. So you can't be scared of monsters under the bed. Not that you are, Mike. I'm just responding to the live chat.
No, but here's the thing about a set, and this is my thought about that. Why wouldn't he would have raised on a semi-coordinated board?
Sure.
I'm going to raise with bottom set or middle set.
No, I agree with you. I think that the raise.
So
I'm conservatively saying that he might flat with half his sets and look sort of comparing it to the amount of combos of Queen X he can still have. Even excuse me, I said 12. There's actually 2 queens left in the deck, so it's not 12 king queens. It's 8, and I'm just multiplying the kicker times. That's how you do combinatoric. So it's 8 king queens, 8 queen jacks, 8 queen tens, because Mike has a queen in his hand. That's why it would be better, slightly better, if Mike had an overpair. But okay, so we're at 320 to the river.
Now, the Brickashore Ferguson hits 3 of spades, diamonds. Excuse me,
the Brickashore, the Brickashore, 3 of diamonds, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 320 in the pot. I bet 325. I potted it.
So you go 325. So Hero now bets 325. So you've actually made up for, I think, a little bit of smaller sizing here at the end. Now, once in a while, if you take a look at the distribution, obviously, of the suits, you could be up against 3x of spades. However, what's really important for Mike, and this does come into play. Remember how I said in the beginning of the call, it's great to have the nut suit in your hand. Now, why do I think that the nut
He can't have ace 3. He can't have ace 3. He's going to have queen 3? Come on.
Right. He cannot have ace 3 of spades here. So this is so key because you don't really have to worry about 3x of spades.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's what I thought. I don't mean to yell, but I mean, that's what I thought when I made that bet. I'm like, because at first I'm thinking, oh my God, does he have the 3? I'm like, what 3 could he have?
And I do have to say that it's very, very rare for me to see somebody, I would say like, kind of like when I say like at this level, it's rare for me to see somebody at this level be able to go call fold with like king queen or queen jack. So I like your bet because I would be shocked if a guy like folded like king queen here. Personally, I would have gone probably slightly larger. What I would have done is probably gone maybe on the flop. I don't have that much of an issue with your flop bet, but on the turn, I probably would have went like 150. He would have called. The pot would have been 470. And then I probably went 375, 400, something like that. But, you're making up. So you go 325, okay?
He tanked. Finally, he called. He had the queen of spades with the king of hearts.
So, queen of spades, king of hearts.
Yep.
Did he show it?
Yeah, no, he showed. Yeah, he showed.
King, queen. So, king of spades. Oh, so he didn't have the queen of spades, right? Not that it matters.
Yeah, no, he did. He had the queen of spades and the king of hearts.
Oh, king of hearts, queen of spades. Okay. I don't think that makes that much. I mean, he'd rather have king of spades, queen of hearts, right? Wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Wouldn't he? I mean, to roll across the turn. No, I mean, that's just typical. I mean, that's really a nicely played. It's really a nicely played hand, Mike. I mean,
yeah, that's why I sent it to you after I played it because I thought, wow, because I wasn't sure about the turn if I should have gotten more or if 75 was good. That's really, to me, that's where I kind of was when he called the river. I thought, shit, I definitely could have I could have got doubled up through this guy, I think, with that hand if I would have played it a little bit better.
Well, I mean, in order for you to get all the money in, though, it's kind of tough. Let me throw something else out at you here, Mike, too. I'm going to throw a wild thought out, okay? And it's something that you really got to get in deep into the weeds with this. But when you hold, let's go back to the turn and let's go back to the flop play, okay? This is sometimes called a stack-a-donk line, and it's usually not done with one pair, but this is such an extreme configuration here. And I'm looking at 2 specific things here. You have the ace of spades, which means he doesn't have the nut flush draw. The guy called next to act, right? Which means that he's leaning really, really leaning towards having a queen. And then actually, thirdly, you get a big brick. I could actually see going for a check raise here on the turn. I honestly think that if you checked here, he would have bet off a queen. I'm not trying to be super results oriented, and it really has to come into play where you are paying attention in a multi-way pot when next to act calls, and you really, really think he's going to be weighted towards top pair. Again, slightly better if you had aces or kings, because it gives him more of a chance to have a queen. But you actually could have gotten away with checking the turn. Maybe he goes 75. Maybe you go up to 175, 200. He calls, and that's how you build the pot up. It's something that's not really in somebody's arsenal, but it really has to do with next act calling in a multi-way pot. He can't have the nut flush draw, so you're not worried about all that shit getting checked through. But nicely played, Michael.
Yeah, no, definitely a new way to look at it. Thank you. All right,
so we'll see you. Oh yeah, go Eagles, Mike and Philly. But we'll see you in a couple weeks at the Philly meetup.
Yes,
all right.
Yep.